On this week's episode of the podcast, Adam and Alex review the news of the past couple weeks, talk about some new games that are coming out, and talk about new controllers. And of course, they give the latest on their adventures in MayDays, so stick around and find out how the boys are doing on PlayPS5, the podcast.
Mayday! Mayday! We're coming in hot, baby! We're coming and we're coming hard. This is PlayPS5, the podcast. We have a ton of PS5 news, including new controllers, new games, remakes. Can't wait to talk about it. I am joined with the ever-faithful Alex. Are you joining me, and how are you feeling tonight, my man?
I'm exhausted. I'm dirty. I'm filthy. I'm in a closet, and I'm with you, Adam, and I am here, and I'm feeling good, man. It's been a while since we podcasted, and I spend all day thinking, do I still have it? Do I still got it? Can I still make it work? And then I hop on with you. We hit record. The Zoom lady tells us that we are recording now, and it turns me on, baby. It turns me on. All right? Imagine Zoom reaching out and grabbing my nipple, just giving a little, turns me on. How are you doing?
Listen, I'm good. So we did try to do a podcast a couple weeks ago where I was playing Tetris Effect live. We were streaming on YouTube, and then we were actually recording as well. And it did not end up well. It was bad audio. We were going to maybe push it through. That's why you haven't really heard an episode in about a month. We tried it. But Alex, sometimes you try, you experiment, it doesn't work, and you revert back to your old ways. So we experimented. It didn't work.
It was our experimentation phase. Yeah, well, I mean...
it's just like college all over again.
Yeah, just like college, except that stuff sticks with you a little bit.
I mean, the chili still isn't out of my butthole. So, now I want to talk about gamer juices. I will admit, I had to refill, but I got this special drink from FYE. Alex, you know, I love the Garbage Pail Kid cards. I don't know why I like them, but I love them. They're good stuff. I love the puns. I like the content. I like the artwork. Everything about them, I'm a fan. So I got this Garbage Pail Kid Garbage Pail Kid soda. It is Nuclear Sunrise Orange Soda from Atom Bomb, which my name is Adam, obviously. So that card and that character specifically, I'm a big fan of. $4. $4 for this, but it's a gamer juice. It's unique. I love it. I had to go for it. That's what I'm sipping on. It tastes just like Fanta. I mean, there's nothing special about it, unfortunately.
I had so much stuff I was going to make fun of you, like about being into Garbage Pail Kids and just the weirdness of you buying one of their sodas and then drinking it and paying $4 stuff. Then you, out of your mouth, you just said the word Fanta. Do you call it Fanta? Was that a miss? Was that a slip?
It's Fanta, Fanta. Who knows?
Humans call it Fanta. I feel like okay. All right.
Good. Now you can't make fun of any of it. What are you drinking? We need to move on.
A long time ago, I went to the candy store with my daughter, bought a bunch of energy drinks, bought that crappy Resident Evil energy drink. Guess what? We're following it up. You spent $4. I spent $2.99 on the Mega Man E-Tank energy drink.
Oh, that's a good one. I
mean, you know the E-Tanks and Mega Man and stuff like that. It's got 160 calories, 40 grams of sugar, and it's not even that much caffeine. It's 100 milligrams of caffeine. It's like a cup and a half of coffee. This can is entirely, you're paying $3 for the label. I'm almost scared to drink it because I know it's not going to taste good. But this is a gamer juice. This is Play PS5 podcast, Play PSVR podcast, and I'm a man of my word. Down the hatch.
Yeah, baby. Get that energy. Ooh, do you feel that energy?
It tastes like Mega Man's ass.
Oh, see, mine at least tastes good. I also beat you on the sugar, 43 grams. So I one-upped you this round.
What?
Yeah.
It's so bad. Is this what normal Red Bull tastes like, you think? I think it's...
I like Red Bull. I actually like Red Bull.
This is offensively sweet, but we can move on. It literally tastes like just somebody says energy drink and you're not giving a flavor. This is what it tastes like. Mega Man's
okay,
ass.
so
thank you.
Moving on. I have known the entire time that they're going to come out with new PS5 skins, new controller colors. It has finally happened for the controllers. And the thing is, Alex, here's Here's my issue. One, I have 2 of the original controllers. I love having 2 controllers. I play the crap out of the first one, and then it dies. I just switch to the other controller that's already on my charging base. Seamless, easy. I have never missed a second of game time because of my controller battery. So I like having 2, but 2 more are coming out, Midnight Black and Cosmic Red. They are baller looking controllers. For me, the Cosmic Red wins out. It is a good looking controller, but here's my question to you, Alex. Threefold. One, do you like these, and would you want a new controller? 2, if I sold a controller to then make up some money to buy another controller, because I don't need 3 controllers, how much do you think I can sell a controller for? And 3, do you think it matters? I have a color scheme that works. All of it works together with the same color scheme. Should I just admire them from a distance but not purchase a new controller?
I would say don't purchase a new controller. And here's why, Adam. I purchased 2 or 3 controllers with my PlayStation 4 when I got it. I ended up with like 2 or 3, and they were all black. And then the Pro came out, and the Pro came out. I got one. It was white. It has a white controller, and that thing just felt so cool compared to the rinky-dink black controllers. When I see an OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace, something like that, I see somebody selling a used controller, and it's the default color, I automatically think that's a busted controller. So I think you're gonna have a hard time selling it. I don't want to. I wouldn't get a new controller because I'd probably get a new controller when I buy an upgraded system if they're going to come out with a PS5 Pro, which they probably will in a couple of years. The other issue I have with these new controllers, cool new controllers. I can't imagine a day in my life where I'm going to need more than one extra PlayStation 5 controller, because I don't think there's any game on it that's couch co-op right now that's a PS5 game. But also, like, I have the charging station, I have the headset, I have the controller, the console and the controller and the camera, and it's all that same design with the same color. It would just feel so weird to see a Cosmic Red sitting on that charging station around everything. It would break the scheme. Midnight Black might be a little bit better, kind of like the inverse of the white controller, but I don't know. These controllers are really expensive. I don't know if I could justify just grabbing one because of a color. I know you like the color red. So yeah, selling your controller, like you said, might make sense. And maybe now's the time to do it before all the kids have broken theirs with Call of Duty. But I'm hard. It's hard for me to get hyped about the controllers, but I say that now. I'm sure I'm going to, turn around and buy a new controller when a color I like comes out.
So there it is, folks. If you're interested, 2 new colors, $70 a controller. Feel free to upgrade. So this next one, Alex, is a partnership between PlayStation and Discord. I have Discord. I don't really like it. I think it's confusing to use. I don't use it. I have one friend group who uses it for fantasy football. That's all I use it for. I don't really care. Do you have any inclination of what this is? Do you care? Do you think it's going to mean much to PlayStation and the PS5?
I think the only juice with this story is the fact that, like, 2 months ago, Microsoft sounded like they were on the verge of buying Discord, right? Like they had this partnership that they announced, and it was going to be such a big deal because it's like now Discord is only for Microsoft, only for Xbox, and their whole game situation. Then like really abruptly that was canceled, and then very quickly thereafter, it seems like Sony swooped in and scooped up Discord. So I thought that was juicy. Do I care? I'll be honest. I think it's because I'm an old guy. I don't understand Discord. We've had people that we talk to try to get us to join their Discord. We had homeboy from Backlog Podcast. He worked really hard to get us situated on his Discord. He did a lot of good work for us, but it doesn't fit into my life, and I don't know how to make it useful. And we even used it to record a couple episodes of the podcast, and it just felt like garbage. I hated every second of interfacing with Discord. So I don't really care about using Discord. However, PlayStation partnering with Discord might do the same thing with Discord that PlayStation did with Spotify for me. They made it easy to use Spotify on the PlayStation console, which made it easy for me to use Spotify in general. And then I found myself a lot of times playing games, listening to Spotify in the background. It was seamless. It was enjoyable, and it worked extremely well. If they can throw away whatever weird stuff they have with these party things, and there's some kind of quick integration with Discord that makes parties and chat and all that stuff a lot easier, like streaming, for example, then I might care about it more. I might care about it again. So that's the only reason I care. It makes me hopeful that Sony's staying on top of things. But right now, I don't care about Discord. How about you, Adam? Do you remember the Discord days of the podcast?
I do. Craig was the
Craig.
bot that essentially recorded our voice channel. Yeah, it was fantastic. It actually worked really well, if you ask me, except Craig was a man-made bot, and somehow it ended up getting corrupted, didn't work, and also gave my computer a virus. So, F you, Craig. I don't really care with Discord. I want to move on because we're talking about the Last of Us remake. Can it really harness the PS5 power? And here's the thing. We talked, well, it was on the podcast. I think it was on the podcast that we ended up throwing away. But we've discussed the fact that I don't want a new remake of The Last of Us. I know that they had an update to the PS5 and their graphical enhancements and things of that nature. I thought the graphics were great to begin with. Like, there's only so much graphics can help. They make a big deal if you're going from bad graphics to good graphics. But when you have already arguably great graphics and you go to like slightly greater graphics, it just doesn't do much for me. I don't care. Maybe if you're really involved in the photo mode or you're just a really like big time resolution nut, maybe you'd care. I don't. I'm sick of talking about The Last of Us. I'm sick of hearing the trophies it won. I'm sick of seeing pictures of Ellie. I'm sick of people still trying to stir up controversy that she ended up being gay. I don't care anymore. It was a game. It's now old. Let's move on. I'm sick of talking about The Last of Us.
Let's talk about it just a little bit more, Adam. So I came into this thinking The Last of Us remake, do we really need it? It's a PlayStation 3 game. Who cares? It like you said, it looked great. It's out on PlayStation 4 with a remastered version. So like we're not going to see much benefit here. Now, if it's full ground up remake for the PlayStation 5 to flex its muscles, and it's being done by Naughty Dog, which it's not even ported out to a third party group. It's being done by the team themselves. Then there's obviously something they wanted to do with the game to capitalize on the new power. Maybe they felt hindered by the PS3. PS4 might have been too soon to do a remake. And so they had something they wanted to add to the story. The game, people love it already. I don't know what they would change. I get the feeling here. They took away the multiplayer from Last of Us Part 1. They took it out of Last of Us Part 2, and it was like, it might come back later. I get the feeling that they were thinking, let's make the multiplayer game. Look at this. We are essentially just remaking the engine of Last of Us 1. We're essentially remaking it for the PS5. Let's just go ahead and go forward and just remake Last of Us Part 1 for PS5, including the multiplayer. I wonder if that's the game plan here, is that they will then release a game with multiplayer on PS5, and Naughty Dog is going to be getting that money for a persistent games as service type situation in the Last of Us universe. It's kind of cynical of me to think that. I never played the Last of Us multiplayer, but I know people really were disappointed that it wasn't available in Last of Us Part 2. So there's probably something there. It's one of those things I'm not excited about, but when it comes out, I'll probably be interested in all the stuff that happens, and I'm going to end up buying it, and I'm going to wish I hadn't bought it because I just don't have time to play it. But
yeah. And the thing with, I don't know, I guess this is, I don't understand why, and I know you're going to make fun of me because I do this, why you would want to play a game that is that plot heavy and you would just want to play it again. I guess you can play it on a harder difficulty, but I already know the plot. Why do I want to play it again? I have no motivation to play this again because the gameplay wasn't that fun, especially in the first game. And I don't want to talk about it anymore. Last of Us remake's going to happen. We'll be interested. We will keep you tuned in.
The one thing I wanted to say about it, the Demon Souls remake is what changed my mind about this. Demon Souls came out on the PlayStation 3. They did the remake for the PS5, and it was beautiful and magnificent, and it still had the spirit of the original game. So
yeah, but that enhanced, did it use adaptive triggers or the?
Yeah, so the Last of Us remake will then do that.
Yeah, I mean, good, but I feel like The Last of Us is more plot based than the Demon Souls was.
Maybe they'll add
Maybe.
more plot to it. Who knows? Maybe they have more space for more dialogue and things hidden around the environment.
But like Demon Souls is about the gameplay, right? Like I know there's some plot to
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
it's
The gameplay is
gameplay.
front and center. Yeah.
Exactly. Where The Last of Us, and maybe someone could argue this, but I would think pretty strongly that the plot is the driving force, and then they try to add good gameplay with it. So then, I don't know, whatever. But a game that is coming that very soon, actually, June 11th, is Ratchet and Clank. So I don't know if you remember, Alex, I mean, it seems like forever ago, we thought that this potentially could be even a launch title. Obviously, we weren't anywhere close on that. No way for us to know. But it's finally coming out June 11th, extremely fast. You can see in the gameplay how you jump between levels, and it looks like a seamless transition. That I think is awesome. You can't even tell that you're in a load screen when essentially you kind of are. The graphics increase, they keep showing updated texture and things of that nature of the graphics. Those look fantastic. I'm not a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. I played it as a kid, like on the PS1. I'm wishy-washy on this just because I'm like, I don't know. These games, this sounds horrible, and I don't want to be like this, but I guess I am like this. I don't want to play these games that look like they're designed for kids. Like, I'm not going to play Pokemon. I'm not going to play a game that obviously is made for kids. And I know this isn't necessarily that, but it has that feel. I want to play the Resident Evils and the Returnals and the Near Replicants and some of the other games that aren't like this. So I'm not hyped for Ratchet and Clank, but I know so many people love it and are excited, and this date has been circled on their calendar. I hope that they come through in a big way. I hope the PS5 is utilized to its max potential and that it's a grand event for the system.
The Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, it's just the next Ratchet and Clank game, but it's Insomniac's big return to Sony as a inside studio for Sony. They showed, or they released Ratchet and Clank, the PlayStation 4 game, the reboot of the series. That was free on PlayStation 4. That was cool. It's a really fun game, a lot of stuff going on, and it just feels great to play. But these guys, they are so on their game when it comes to making quality action platformers. I'm excited about the graphical powers, the graphical prowess of the game. I'm also really excited to see what they do with the DualSense, because that's where it's going to shine. It's going to be like Returnal. Returnal came out and everybody's like, it's good, but the DualSense makes it amazing. I feel like we're going to see that here, because Ratchet and Clank is known for all the weirdness of its guns. And if the DualSense has like a weird reaction for every single different weird gun, that's going to be really fun to play with. That said, when I look at the game, it's fast. The level transitions and stuff are cool. There's a whole lot going around in the environments, but that feeling has always been there. It's just more of that feeling. So it's not like we're seeing something huge and new, but maybe we don't need that. Maybe we just need like a tight, clean action platformer. The thing is, these games, I don't get excited about them, but then when I start playing them, I can't put them down. That's what happens with Ratchet and Clank, because it's just like pure sexual intensity with how tight the gameplay is, if that makes sense. It's a sex thing.
Very weird. So, Alex, years back when we only had PlayPS5, the podcast, there was a point in which we got E3 credentials to go to E3, and we were planning to go to E3, and we were so excited. And that was the same year that PlayStation and Sony pulled out, and not in a good way. They pulled out at E3, and we didn't end up going because obviously we were a PSVR podcast. It wouldn't make any sense. I think that's still the case this year. No Sony in E3. It will be going around, I believe, June 12th to the 15th. But tell us why you think we, as PlayStation podcast and PlayStation fans, even if Sony isn't there, why should we care?
Because there's going to be developers, third-party developers, the big heavy hitters like EA and Ubisoft and all of them, Capcom. They're going to be announcing games that are coming out soon, and they're going to be putting them on the PlayStation 5 because the PlayStation 5 is outselling the Xbox handily. So although Sony's not there, we're still going to see the big boys. We're still going to see some heavy hitters. Um, if there's a game that's being announced, it's probably going to land on the PlayStation 5 at some point. So that's why we're going to watch. It's going to be disappointing because, like you said, there's probably not going to be much discussion of PlayStation VR because there's no chance for Sony to announce the PSVR 2. But from a PS5 standpoint, we're all kind of waiting for these PS5 games to come out, like these PS5 games to come out. So this will be an opportunity to see more of those. That's why I'm going to be watching it, and also just in general, because it's E3 and I love E3 and it's fun to get excited about video games once a year like this. That's being preceded by Summer Games Fest, Jeff Keighley's joint, June 10th. So it's almost like June 10th starts this weird drip feed of video game news. And I'm worried that there's going to be a lot of double dipping. You're going to see the same trailers over and over again. But at least from June 10th to June 15th or something like that, there's going to be hopefully big announcements, fun announcements, a new trailer, a new game to look forward to. I love watching video game trailers. They get me hyped. In the case of like Tetris Effect, it's more enjoyable than the game itself sometimes. So, and I'd really love to see some kind of giant wow thing. Like there was that legendary E3, Adam, and you probably would have cared about it now because you've played the games. But there was one E3, Sony came out and it was like kicking down the door. Guess what? We're making a sequel to Nier. Bam. Guess what? We're making a Final Fantasy VII remake. Boom, 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 boom. And it was just incredible. And it just kept hitting you. I need another one of those. The video game industry, I feel like they owe it to us because they profited so much over this year, this COVID year, and they need to show us what they've been doing and how they're going to make the year even better now that everybody's getting out of this pandemic. So that's why I'm excited about E3.
And something kind of what you mentioned, it is rumored, and there are many people and sources who are saying this, that there is going to be a Final Fantasy game aside from Final Fantasy 16 that is a PS5 exclusive, which I think would be huge for PlayStation. There's millions of Final Fantasy fans. I don't know what that game would entail, obviously.
Isn't that obviously Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2?
No, because one, I don't know if that's a Sony specific thing.
They would announce it as exclusive, maybe. I don't know, because it just seems obvious.
I think there's some like weirdness in the fact that like if it begins, there's a certain point that where it's exclusive, but then it can be taken to other not stations, but consoles. Yeah. But what is that length? Like, I don't know.
Timed exclusive. Yeah.
It's interesting. But I mean, definitely we all knew the second. Plus, I don't think they would keep it away from the PS4 though. That wouldn't make any sense. That's why I think it might be an actual new Final Fantasy game.
But what could it be if not Final Fantasy 16? Like, what else is there for them to release? Final Fantasy 17 as well? Okay, what?
Yeah, I have no idea. Beats me.
I mean, have you played Final Fantasy 14, Adam? It's the online one.
No.
So there's this. You might want to look into it. I don't know how much free-to-play content there is. It might be free in some capacity. But did you know that they have Nier levels?
Like I've heard that.
Yeah.
And I love Nier.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thought you'd get excited about that. Turns out you're probably never going to play it, but people love it.
I don't got time. Who knows how long it's going to take to get to those levels? I would rather just play Nier. Give me more Nier.
Did the phone game come out yet? Nier Reincarnation?
I pre-registered for it, and I do Google rewards because you showed me a long time ago. Yeah. I've got $20 saved up. Nice. I'm going to drop on, I don't know, whatever you can buy. Speaking of Nier, Alex, this is a perfect segue into our MayDays recap because I wanted to briefly discuss kind of our experience thus far. We are 22 days into MayDays. I want to cover what our favorite games are, what games you want more of, which ones didn't really meet the billing or what we felt like, how excited we would be. And I want to start with Nier Replicant. Because Nier Replicant was the first game. It may have been the very first MayDays. I don't remember who actually started it. It was my first game that I did. And you kind of joined me through the journey of me just expressing how I felt about the game. So there are multiple endings, just like Nier Automata. And there are endings A through D, and at that point I had told you, okay, like it's still a very good game, but I was slightly disappointed. Like nothing really rocked me. And then ending E happened, which ending E is a brand new ending for those who don't know, and it kind of adds to the lore and the connection between Near Replicant and then the sequel Near Automata. And after that, I told you, okay, giddy up. I am on board. That is effing awesome. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So that in itself, that last ending really bolstered the game's opinion and my point. And so I really think as a game that I truly enjoyed, almost platinumed it. There's a couple trophies that are just going to take insane amount of time. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Love the game. Strongly recommend anyone who is out there who has not played the Nier series to play it. I personally, I'll find a little sidetrack. Alex, I truly believe, I think Automata is the better game. I can't think of the only advantage in my mind that Replicant has over Automata is that the special abilities play a more important role in the fact that you are then able to strategize with them better depending on the enemies you're facing. Whereas in Automata, it just felt like it didn't really matter. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter what you use. So other than that, I feel like the music in Automata is better. The plot is better. The side quests are better. The psychological connection between you and the characters is better. The ending is better. Everything in Automata, in my mind, is better. So that easily stands still to be my favorite game. But Replicant is still by no means a shabby game. It's right up there with Kingdom Hearts, in my opinion.
Well, let's settle this now, Adam. Bang, marry, kill. 2B, Kaine, and A2.
That's good. That is real good. Oh, man. I'm going to have to do that's too much. You put too much on me.
Come on. Got to be quick. Got to be snappy, man.
Okay.
Got to be snappy.
How was it? Kill, marry, or... Okay,
Bang, marry,
Kaine
kill.
would be horrible to be married to because she is a friggin' handful.
All right.
So then,
But she is a woman,
and she's not a robot. She's an actual human.
So bang.
But then that would mean, I wouldn't want to kill her. Yeah, okay. She's a bang. You're right.
She's a bang. Marry or kill. 2B and A2.
I think A2 is a good mix between 2B and Kaine because she still definitely got some sass, but she kind of looks like both of them.
Yeah.
So I guess she's gonna have to be the marry. It's weird. I just said I'm gonna marry a robot, and then I can't believe I would kill.
Right? Big surprise.
I don't want to kill
that's the way
2B.
It works.
It's horrible. This is awful.
You have to. I don't want to say it because it'll spoil the game. But you have to kill 2B. you know what happens if you don't.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right.
Listen, it was very good. People play the game. Very few times do I say unequivocally this is a game that needs to be played by everybody. I'm saying it. Do it.
All right. Getting into Maydays, I'm going to read off the games that I just played real quick. Don't want to say too much, but just a reminder. I did Binding of Isaac. B-Zone. Adam was out for like a week, so I had to burn through these. Binding of Isaac. We did Battlezone. Maquette. That was a PS5 exclusive. I think it's on PSVR or PS4 now. The Room VR, that phone game. They made a VR version. Sackboy Astro's Playroom. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Wreckfest. Remnant From Ashes. Last of Us Part 2 with the PlayStation 5 upgrade. And Metal Wolf Chaos XD. It's a whole wild gamut of games. So yeah, we got these questions here, Adam. Adam, how you feeling about Maydays?
The thing is, we talk about this every year. It's hilarious how we start and we're so excited and we burn that rubber, whatever that saying is, and we love it. And by about the 20th, we're both like, dude, I don't want to stream. Like, it's surprising how quickly you run out of games that you don't want to go back to. That's my feeling. How are you?
Yeah, I think having to do so many in a row just made me feel like my free time, because like the time that we do the stream for Maydays, that's the hour or 2 hours I have of my life that I don't have an obligation to something, and that I have to play a different game every day. as Maydays. You know, that's the challenge of Maydays. That's why we're in the Guinness Book of World Records, right? Because we're playing a different game every day, which sounds fun, but it's like an hour to 2 hours of a different game every day. It's not enough to get into each individual game because games are so big these days. And also, I want to play some of these games more, and I can't. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. That's like 120 hours of gaming goodness that I love. I don't need anything else, and I can only get an hour or two into it because guess what? Tomorrow we're doing a stream, and it's going to be Wreckfest. So, so that's how I feel about Maydays. We always start off real strong. I was feeling really good at the beginning of Maydays. I'm still feeling good. But it's just, this is the challenge of it, man. It's like when you start a marathon for the first 5 miles, you're like, this is going to be easy. And then you hit mile 20. It's like, I got 6 more miles to go, man. I hate myself for this. That's what this is. And then we get to the end and we have 5 new subscribers.
Yes, baby. Yes. So also kind of thankfully J-Brat kind of informed us. I don't know why, but our channel was labeled as for children. So you weren't able to hit the notification bell. So no one knew we were going live on the PlayPS5 channel. PlayPSVR channel, we're totally good. If you're listening, if you don't mind, go back to YouTube and you are now able to hit the notifications if you're interested. And that will just alert you that, hey, these guys are live now, where otherwise you would have probably had no idea that we were streaming. So we would appreciate it if you hit that. And my favorite game, I want to jump into this. I've mentioned probably Near Replicant is the game that I've enjoyed most in this month. I will say, Alex, definitely, I believe the difficulty in this is the fact we only get an hour a day. So Near Replicant was real good. I really enjoyed our Battlezone stream. I love Battlezone. I had a ton of fun with Will and you and the other random dude who showed up for like 30 seconds. But I can't believe we crushed it. Got to the very last level. We had 8 lives. We hadn't lost a single time. We weren't even close. And then we got just friggin' obliterated. And I won't say obliterated, but we lost and we got defeated.
I feel like that's the best way to end Battlezone. Because the ending of Battlezone when you win is so anticlimactic. I like getting owned at the end. Not that I do it on purpose. I like getting owned at the end.
I see it now. You do it on purpose
because it gives you something to come back for, man. I want to feel punished by the game because it just I want it to keep dangling that carrot in front of me, and that's what it does.
You are garbage. Battlezone's very good. To the Top is still one of my favorite PSVR games.
Did you do that?
So fun.
Did you stream
that?
Okay.
Me and J-Brat, we battled it out. The multiplayer on that game is actually a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And the good news is because I didn't bring over my information from the PS4, it's as if I'm going blindly and fresh into the game. So all of the finding the special geomes and breaking all the records, I get to do all that stuff again, which may sound annoying to some, but that game is so good that I'm thrilled that I get to do that again.
Nice. My favorite game, I guess the favorite one out of the list, like Mass Effect Legendary Edition, that's just one of my favorite games of all time, but I'm not going to include it because it hasn't been my favorite experience of the streams so far. Probably my favorite experience besides the obvious Battlezone would be Binding of Isaac, because I just started it. It's a game I played before, played it on computer a bunch, had fun with it, never beat it, weirdly enough, because it's not that long of a game. But I installed it, I started the stream, and very first run, ran through and did a full run of Binding of Isaac, beating it for the first time on the stream, first time I'm playing it. That felt really good. Turner was in there. I think Nat Brat and J Brat were in there. Will was there with me. It was a good run. That's such a fun game, and it's just so easy to pick up and play. It just, everything felt right. That was what I wanted in that time, and it gave me everything. And it was a memorable experience for me. That was my favorite one. Adam, out of the games you've played, we're talking about how we want to play more. What game do you want more of?
So I've been very strategic in the games I've picked, in which I knew I wouldn't want much more of. There's some games that, one, I haven't streamed it yet, but I've started, Genshin Impact?
Yeah, did you start it?
I did. I'm
Okay.
about maybe hour in. A little weird.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not in enough to know if I like it or not yet, but I'm gonna stream that soon. In an effort to find a new game other than Tetris Effect, went and purchased. I think I like Tetris. I just hate Tetris Effect. So I bought this other Tetris game, the only other Tetris game
Oh
on
no.
PlayStation. I guess there's two. Puyo Puyo Tetris is one. I bought the other one called Tetramino's. God awful game.
Yeah. Why?
Horrible.
That's not a good idea.
Horrible. It actually made me appreciate Tetris Effect. And then there was another game called Stranded Deep that I thought was a very interesting concept. And essentially, you're in a plane, you wreck, you got to survive. Okay. It has a good game in theory, but it's just not fun, and I quit it. So I don't have a game. None of the games I've played I want to necessarily go back to, but that's kind of been on purpose because after Maydays is when I'm gonna go to Returnal. I'm really thinking about Sackboy. Hopefully that price is dropped. You played
Yeah.
Sackboy. It looks like it could be pretty fun. I'm interested maybe in Sackboy, maybe Resident Evil 8 there. Heck, maybe I'll just spring and say, screw it. I'll play Ratchet and Clank. I don't know. But I'm waiting for the longer games for after Maydays.
So that again, Resident Evil 8. I have Resident Evil 8. I want to play it. But I already did the stream early on in Maydays. I played the demo. I feel like I can't play it then because it would just be repeating it. That's a game. The more I hear about it, the more I'm happy I own it, but I haven't had a chance to play it. The more I want to play it. Adam, you mentioned Sackboy. The Sackboy stream messed up, so I jumped into Astro's Playroom, and I just want to know: have you checked your speed run times in Astro's Playroom?
Dude, I did it enough to get the platinum. I don't care that you beat my score by 10 seconds.
That was
I don't
the best.
care. I don't care because
You
I
can
got
say
the
you don't
platinum.
care.
Do you have the platinum?
No, I'm not going for the platinum.
Exactly. See, you don't have the platinum. I had other stuff to do.
The real platinum to me is your tiers when you look at your speed run times. That's
I don't
the
care.
platinum
I have the
crave.
platinum. I did the bear. I don't like
kind of like how
stuff.
I have the platinum in Tetris Effect, the demo, because I destroyed you so hard in that demo competition.
You were so full of crap. Okay, move on.
What else can I break you with? No, sorry. What game do I want more of? This is gonna sound weird. Wreckfest. It's been a while since I've played a racing game that felt so good. And this is supposed to be like a destruction derby game, but the racing in it felt so nice. It had like the right weight to it. So although I enjoyed, almost all of these games on here, Wreckfest was the one that I felt like I want to go back and do some more racing. It's hard to fit a racing game in.
Is it multiplayer?
Yeah, it's multiplayer too.
It's free. We should play each other.
Yeah, you should try to get it so we can play each other.
It's free. I already have it. Okay. I downloaded it, but then you streamed it, so I deleted it because you beat me to it.
It's fun. I mean, it's just a janky car racing game, but you try to crash into people while you're racing. I really enjoyed it. It felt really good. So
are we talking like Wipeout level goodness or no?
It's a different kind of racing game, and Wipeout's like crazy, and it's also not VR, so there's that too. But it's just a fun racing game. The cars feel really good. The physics is really good in it. So that's why I want more. It's been a while since I had something that flavorful.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I've already kind of mentioned the games that I didn't really have the same luster for. I was just like, all the games I've played are pretty good. Super Hot was more annoying than I remember it being. There was a couple levels I just had to play over and over because I couldn't get it. I mean, I was streaming and trying to talk and stuff, but like, I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know. Odd. It wasn't as enjoyable as I remembered, I guess. But when I did well, it was enjoyable. When you don't do well, it's really annoying. But I guess maybe you could argue about most games. And then there were those couple games that just sucked big time butt. So
like what?
Like the Tetraminos and the Stranded Deep.
Yeah, why are you playing bad games, man? Play some good games.
I'm trying to get out there and get wet feet.
Trying to get out there and get wet.
I'm trying to get wet. I'm out here trying to get moist, and you're there just playing the same games you already know you like.
No, like I never played Metal Wolf Chaos XD before. Games that don't have the same luster. Maybe I don't really care about going back to play. A surprise game like The Room VR. I love the phone games. I think I played all 3 of them as they came out. it's just like a box in front of you. It's got puzzles all over it, and you're spinning around solving these puzzles, and it's kind of creepy and stuff. The VR game felt less fun because it was less solving puzzles and more just kind of like, all right, what can I pick up now? I need to look around this VR room and try to figure out what I'm supposed to pick up right now. So that was kind of annoying. But the game that was most disappointing for me was Remnant from the Ashes. I always heard that it was like Dark Souls, but with guns, which was always interesting for me. But then when I played it, it was Dark Souls with guns, but the gunplay didn't really grab me much. The combat felt a little bit loose and fast, faster than I expected for a game like Dark Souls. I guess it maybe just didn't feel oppressive enough, which is what Dark Souls. That's what I like about Dark Souls. I feel punished and oppressed by the gameplay. So Remnant, I don't have a strong desire to come back. I might. I mean, it got a PS5 update. I might come back to play it, but I got so much other better stuff to play in the meantime. So that's it. Adam, upcoming MayDays games, what you got on deck for us, man? We got, how many days we got left? We got today and then
9 days.
9 days. 9 days. I guess it'll be split down the middle for us, right?
Yes, yeah. So I have Genshin Impact. I definitely want to play.
Put an accent on the English word there. Yeah, okay.
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact.
My friend wanted me to play Hollow Knight, but that's going to require me to buy Hollow Knight.
You didn't get it? It's free on PlayStation Plus, man. Or it was not long ago.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it is
I have
anymore.
it. Dude, if I played it, would that count?
I think she wanted me to play it.
Oh, okay. It's good. It's good. It's like Metroid, man.
It looks real hard, and I hate hard games. You know how that is. Let's see. I did have a decent list, so I'm going to play Accounting Plus. At some point, I just need to say F me, and I need to pull the trigger and buy Trover Saves the Universe. Yeah. I want you more than anything, and you won't do it, and I hate you for it. I want you to play virtual reality.
Okay.
I don't know what I have to do to get you to play it.
Let's put it on the list. It's
so fun, and I want to watch you play it because you will just get... Imagine you're a dryer ball. And say I put 2 pairs of underwear and a sock in the dryer, and I turn it on full blast. Virtual reality is that dryer, and you are the dryer ball. There's not much there to shield you and lessen the blows, and you're just getting pounded. It's so good. You have no idea what's going on. It's awesome. I love it. I hope that you do play it.
I'll play it. It's on the list then. It's on the list. So it's that. We got to do a firewall stream some point here soon.
Dang it!
What's that? Tomorrow maybe we'll do that just to start a horrible opening to the week. Get it over with. I'd like to do Alvo. That was a fun stream that we did. So maybe I'll throw that on there. And there was another game that I really wanted to play. That's 3. I feel like Summer Lessons. I got to play Summer Lessons.
Yes,
my boy Rich.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah. So maybe that'll be the last game I'll play is Summer Lessons and really show off. If we have to play an extra game, I think I have Ghost of Tsushima. Haven't touched it. Been wanting to play that as well. Too many good games hanging out there, and I kind of don't want to play them as part of MayDays because I don't want to feel like I have to say bye to it.
I can play Destruction All Stars. I still have that.
Ooh. Yeah,
I didn't mind the game. I haven't tried in a couple months to see if there's online games, but I can even do multiplayer if need be.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hit some sales and then we'll get out of here because I need to play Accounting Plus before the night's over.
Okay, real quick, we're gonna go through the sales. These are VR games because that's really all we're legally allowed to talk about in terms of sales. Adam, Trackmania Turbo for $3.99.
What does that even mean?
What?
That we're legally allowed
to talk I checked with a lawyer. I mean, once you almost got sued for talking about whole games, I contacted the lawyer and he said, oh, yeah, that sales thing you do, you're only allowed to do it for VR games. And I said, why? And he said, it's legal stuff, habeas corpus. You can only do VR games, which I don't want to argue with the lawyer, Adam. Just tell me about Trackmania Turbo for $3.99.
No.
Moto Racer 4 for $3.99.
No.
Stunt Kite Masters VR for $1.99.
Dang, that should be another one of your stupid games you play. I almost played Vertigo Home today, but I didn't.
Stunt Kite, maybe I should play that. Here's the deal, guys. if I don't know how long the sale's going for, I think it's going for about 5 more days, May 27th. If you want this game, reach out to me. I will send you $2 to play this game. And you better send me a picture of you purchasing it, or I'm going to contact that same lawyer. We're going to sue your ass. Lethal VR, $374.
No.
Stifled, $5.99.
Yes, very good game. One of the most underrated PSVR games in the whole catalog. People don't talk enough about it. It is a dang good game.
I almost played that for Mother's Day, but I thought Binding of Isaac was a bit more on the nose in terms of like fighting your mother. Stifled is a bit reverse, a bit sadder. Everybody's Golf VR at $9.89.
That's a pretty good price. I mean, the fact there's no multiplayer, I guess, doesn't really hamper it now. You wouldn't be able to find people. It's not bad. If you like golf, sports games, it's a buy.
They say it's a golf game, but it's really a dating sim. You're dating that caddy.
Yeah, and you get a new one every round. So.
Yeah, you keep breaking up. Yeah, I mean, it's dramatic. Adam, it's your lucky day. Trover Saves the Universe on sale for $10.49. You just said you should get it.
I did.
How is this not
so
the price?
You played this.
Yes.
Did you like it?
I love it. It feels like a Zelda game mixed with some of the platforming of like Astrobot, where you're moving around and looking, and it's got the comedy that you like of like Rick and Morty or Accounting Plus. I'm serious, Adam. It's very good. You definitely should get it. You would appreciate it at $30, but you should definitely get it at $10.49. I don't know why you don't have it.
So I'm looking here on eBay, and nothing beats $11. The only thing is, do I want to buy it for $16 on eBay than try to sell it?
Did we get this for free from our girl at Wanacott?
I don't remember.
I feel like I have a physical copy of it. Do I have a physical copy of it? We got offered a copy and we said no because I think I'd already bought it. Anyways,
so
you should get it at this price.
You're right.
Adam.
I think at this point I need to pull it. And yeah.
How much cash do I need to send to you to make you just be like, okay, I'll buy the rest of it?
$10.48.
Yeah, because I remember that time I sent you $3 to buy Transpose, and you just sat on it, and then the sale ended.
I just pocketed the $3.
You dumbass. Why, you dumbass? Blood and Truth, $14.79.
Yeah, it's a good price.
You haven't even played this game. It's got a PS5 upgrade to it, so it's probably it's a good price for it. It's a showcase game. Track Lab, $7.99.
No.
Home Sweet Home, $11.99.
It's a very scary game. One of the scariest on VR. Dead serious.
That game, I think, is too scary for me. I want to play it. It looks great. I'm so scared of it.
Yeah, it is actually scary. It really is. If you like horror games, yeah, you need to play it.
I do, but I don't want to die. Res Infinite, $11.99.
Do your soul some good.
It says here that on Amazon it's selling for $149.
What?
It's a physical copy, of course, but I didn't know it's gone up in price like that. I wonder how much longer I can stand to hold on to it. I think that's going to be my child's inheritance, is my Res Infinite copy.
Yours isn't sealed, is it?
No, but it comes with that trance vibrator for the PS2.
I thought you were talking about the PS4 version.
I'm talking about both. I'm combining them.
Oh.
That's why it's the ultimate package.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Space Rift Episode 1, $7.99.
No.
This is good.
Get out of here. Let's move on.
Space Pirate Trainer, $5.99.
No.
Yes, very good. Heavy Fire Red Shadow.
No.
Very bad. $7.99. Yeah. Hustle Kings VR, $7.99.
No.
The American Dream, $9.99.
No.
Fart Point, $9.99.
If you have the aim controller, you should already have this.
Yeah. One Piece Grand Cruise, $4.99.
One Piece up your butt, no.
Bravo Team, $9.99.
What's the opposite of Bravo?
Alpha.
No. People are like, Bravo!
Oh,
What's
when
the
they like
opposite
want
of
to
that?
just what do you shout at an opera when you want them to just end early?
Yeah.
Finissimo, something like that. Yeah.
Fafissimo. That's why I should say this. Fafices. The game sucks. Don't play Bravo Team.
Oh, Wipeout Omega Collection, $9.99.
Wonderful, but you should have got it for free. Don't pay $10 for it.
Immortal Legacy, the Jade Cipher, $9.99.
No.
Our buddy Chaos says it's not good, but I hear it's good. I have it. I haven't touched it. Psychonauts and the Rhombus of Ruin, $9.99.
No.
All right. Tumble VR, $4.99.
No.
Underrated gym, that one. Manifest 99, $2.99.
Mm-mm.
That's like a movie. If you're looking for that, it's pretty good, I thought. But yeah. Persona 3, Dancing in Moonlight, $14.99.
No.
Monster of the Deep, Final Fantasy 15, $14.99.
The thing is, why is this not more than half off? Like, this game is old. It's a good game, but $15, like, come on.
It should be $8.99 perpetually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did they make a physical copy of that?
Ooh, I'm not sure, actually.
Yeah. Island Time VR, $7.49.
No.
Contagion VR, $14.99.
Play your own board games.
Hatsune Miku VR, $14.99.
Hatsune, no.
Sharknado VR, Eye of the Storm, $6.99.
No.
I think that was that guy's Will's worst game of the year, I think he told us. So that's it for the sales, Adam. Let me know. You need to buy Trover. You should buy Trover and play it tonight. If people listening to this
Dude,
didn't
it's
see
11.
Adam,
I can't buy it and then download it and then get an hour in. I'm playing Accounting Plus.
Your life is full of excuses, and that's why you'll never succeed. Adam, do you have any parting words? Otherwise, I'm going to take this mother out.
Thank you. I have enjoyed Maydays. We'll probably have one more podcast before Maydays is up. But if you want to request a game, we will play that. We love you. I hope to see you on the stream. Alex, you still suck.
I know. Thank you. All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Play PS5, Play PSVR, Play P5 VR. Does that work? The podcast. Send all of your money to @PlayPS5 the pod. Send all of your love to contact @playpsvr.com or contact @playps5podcast.com, somewhere like that. You know what? Ask your auntie, ask your mama, ask your mama's auntie where to send that stuff to, because she knows how to get a hold of us. She's always hitting us up all the time. My phone's blowing up. And then have your mom's auntie's mom take you to YouTube. Have them watch us finish up Maydays, baby. It's the one time a year that you're going to get to see 31 games in 31 days. And that time of year is this time of year. Maydays, baby. Go now. Adam's streaming. Don't play with yourself. Play PS5. Play PSVR. The podcast.